We picked this thing up how long ago?
A long time.
6 months?
6 months.
6 months ago. Right up front. Cars for sale.
Yeah.
It's cars for sale. I mean, I think it's an awesome car. It's an awesome car, but it's not a car I want to own. It's a car I want to drive. It's a car I want to have fun with.
Right.
For about a week.
Yeah.
This car is really in 3 parts, and we're going to have a section of the car that's untouched. The front.
Mm-hmm.
This section here in the middle, which has been wrapped. I don't have any idea where the wires go. And right now, not only do I not know where the wires go, but I don't know how to know where the wires go.
Right.
You know, there are known knowns and unknown knowns and unknown unknowns. And there are a lot of unknown unknowns in here. The dash has been torn. There are parts that we just gathered up and put in a box. And then we have a neglected section in the back.
Neglected. Yeah, okay.
Neglected.
Yeah.
I think the next step is just that front to bumper to evaluation. And we need to get it up in the air. The only thing I think we're going to cover in these videos is things that we want you to see if you're thinking about buying the car. You'll see exactly what was replaced. You'll see who did it, how it was replaced.
Enjoy it.
So this is going to be a great project. I'm excited to do it.
You too.
The only bad thing about it is once you start this, it's like a downhill.
It's going to go straight down for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
It's going to get way worse before it gets better.
Right.
Well, it's been a couple of days since our last to-camera piece. Long enough for us to realize that how terrible of an idea this is. Like all these projects. Start out with a lot of enthusiasm and then you start looking at it. This is a good example of a car, at least in the front here, that hasn't been tampered with. That's not to say that we're not missing a couple of things. Some covers to some fuse box. You still got good paint on the firewall bulkhead. We are missing a bracket. Missing a bracket right there. And the spare tire well. Not all of this brown business is rust. This looks like some spray. Yeah, some undercoating maybe. I am seeing a little blue underneath some of this flaky stuff here, and it's still pretty solid. It's really solid. This is not serious rust. This is just a little surface dust. Some of it's just coming straight off, as you can see. This looks like to me an air conditioning hose right here, and it's got the foam rubber insulation still on it. This kind of stuff usually just disintegrates, and it's disintegrating now, but some of it left is kind of unusual. So that's a good sign for up here. This is where things go pear-shaped. Here are the pieces we found in the floorboard. That is a fuel pump filter, which means that the fuel pump that's in there now probably doesn't have one on it. This is the cruise control stalk. This goes somewhere over here. This goes here. Alright, well, as you can see, this is going to be a puzzle. The worst of it is going to be this lock cylinder. Somebody has busted the lock cylinder out because they lost the key. And in the process of busting the lock cylinder out, it looks like they just tore the whole dash apart. See, the switch feels like it works. Accessory. No, it's off. Accessory on. Start. Alright, well, at least that part works. I want to mess with that just to get it to turn on. So that's good. Even though I've had the car for a couple of months, believe it or not, I haven't actually looked in here but like a couple of times. And the first time was in the dark when we picked the car up, and you know, I looked at it, I like lifted the hood and went, oh, okay, and put it back, right back down. I knew exactly instantly, you know, what we would end up having to do with it. And the reason is because it's so ugly. It doesn't matter if it runs or not. I can tell you that there are pieces missing, and definitely pieces disconnected. So we'll look at it together, and I'll just tell you what I see. What the hell is this? I guess this stuff at the back is the water. Probably not a water pump. It's probably some kind of distribution block because the radiator's in the front. Tell you what, I'm gonna flip the camera. We'll flip the camera around. We'll try to look down this way. There's the cam cover, motor mount there in the middle, and way down there, the crank pulley and the other pulleys. Here's the fuel filter. Somebody has disconnected. There's a look at some of the wiring. I mean, these are just gonna, these can just touch each other. Look at all that crap. Look at all those hoses. I bet they go every which way. Okay, not a lot to say here in the trunk except for the ECU is that's just comical. These are the wiring for the ECU. Alright, so what do you see?
What I see.
What do you see?
See a whole lot of dirt. Yeah.
So a lot of this stuff is just dirt. Hey!
How you doing?
Working on the car. Some of us didn't get to go to our lunch with our friends and not tell anybody. Yeah, right. This piece right here, this cross member, it ties the left and right hand side together, and it's in good shape. It's never been hit or bent. And it doesn't, even though I jacked up on this the other day, I put a piece of wood here to distribute the force. And so
Yeah.
sometimes in vehicles like this, you'll see somebody has jacked this, and you'll see where
It's
this,
got little bends or something.
yeah, like the edge has got these little bends, but we don't see any of that here. That's another good sign. Everything I'm seeing so far is just dirty. I don't see damage, I see dirt. And dirt and old is not a problem. So let's scoot our way back toward the fuel tank so we can see.
Is this this? Yeah.
What?
I'm just looking at it, mostly thinking to myself.
No, what are you thinking? That's exactly what we're doing here. That's the purpose of what we're doing, is what are you thinking?
Well, I started to think if the transmission would be in a different place in this car, but it couldn't be.
That is the fuel tank.
This is the fuel tank?
Yep.
Okay, so look at that sticker. What's it say?
Fuel adjustment and inspection. So we got some factory stickers. And
It's
it's
in
got
good shape.
it's got Japanese under it.
Got a part number.
Good.
Right there.
This looks really sharp, man. Let's keep on going. This is going to be tough getting this out
Yeah.
because these pipes are going to have to come out. This is going to have to come out. This is going to have to come out. This half out anyway.
This. Yeah, that's a lot.
You know, it's just a lot of little stuff. We got one question I want to answer before we get out from under here, and that's whether or not this thing will turn over. So I think the best thing to do is to dry it by hand. That's the last thing I want to look at before we start taking that apart. All right.
Cool.
Give me see if there's a 19 box end over there.
Here's 19. Do you know if it's 19 for sure?
It's not whatever this size is.
Try this 18.
Oh, damn. You're not gonna find a whole lot of 18 anything. I don't even know why they make 18s. It's a 19. That's because you're in the wrong drawer. You're in the American Standard drawer. Come over here and hold the thing so I can move the wrench and we'll see. All right, so here's the crank. Let's see if it'll turn around. Just gonna do it a little bit. That feels good. Now let's see if I can feel some compression. Yep, there it is. Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Car's not neutral.
Oh, I would also do it.
Trying to transmission. Oh, that feels great.
Yeah. Think it's clean?
It's not bad. No, I don't think it's clean. That's not realistic.
Well,
But it's not frozen. It turns smooth. And I can feel a little bit of compression, but there's probably no oil on the cylinder wall.
okay.
And I don't feel enough. I don't feel enough.
Stiffness.
Yeah, it should be stiffer than that.
Okay.
Now, there's lots of good reasons for that, but the solution is all the same, and that's pull the motor, which we knew we were going to do anyway. Hey folks, if you've made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate it. Hey folks, if you've made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate it. You can like and subscribe if you'd like to see the next episode, which is already half in the can. I played around with the electrical system and got some margin of success, I suppose. So that's good. Everything we've seen so far in the car has been great, except for the stuff that we showed you in the interior with the steering column and dash. That'll be a hurdle. So we'll have to find probably some parts on that. Heck, if you've got a steering column for an 86 MR2, leave a comment in the comments, I guess. And I'll be looking for your part. Yeah, thanks.